Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I cannot believe it is November. I know, right? It's almost the end of the year, which means it's almost 2019. Holy cow. Just breathe. That also means Christmas is almost here. Oh my gosh. Christmas has to be my favorite time of the year. Like, I like to try to tell myself that fall is the favorite time of the year, but honestly, it's Christmas time, you guys. I love the music, I love the decorations, I love the clothing, I love the weather, I love just how everyone's in happy spirits, I love the shopping, I love the movies on TV, I love everything about Christmas season. So anyways, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself because it is just November, but November's gonna be a really good month for me, you guys. Like, I have IMATS this month. I'm going to IMATS Atlanta, which is like so exciting. I'm going home to Phoenix for Thanksgiving, and so it's gonna be a really good month for me. October was an awesome month for me. So I had my honeymoon in October, and it was a wonderful honeymoon, and definitely some good stuff though, some good favorites that I found during the month, although I was gone for some of it. Definitely some good stuff. So I'm gonna stop blabbing and I'm gonna share with you guys my favorite products for the month of October. I have one non-beauty related product that I wanted to share with you guys. So I talked to you guys about Rothy's, was it last favorites or maybe the favorites before last? I think it was the favorites before last. And a lot of you guys expressed interest in it and you were like, oh my gosh, that sounds so cool. So if you haven't seen that favorites video, just kind of a recap for you. Rothy's are shoes. I want to say that there's some like in-store locations, but for the most part you purchase online. I'm not aware of any like physical locations near me to like go and try them on. They do fit true to size though, so keep that in mind. But yeah, these are shoes that are made out of recycled water bottles, which is such a really cool and interesting concept. You'd think that, oh my gosh, recycled water bottles, they're gonna be hard, but they're actually super soft and super flexible. The fabric it reminds me kind of like elastic, but not like rough elastic, just kind of like, I don't know, they feel like slippers on your feet though, you guys. They are so soft, they are so comfortable. You don't have to break them in. They are honestly one of the most comfortable shoes I have ever put on my feet. Ever. ever. So in my last video, I showed you guys the standard, whoo, my nose is itchy, the standard flat version. These are the loafer version. So they have a point version, a flat version, and a loafer version. In fact, Meghan Markle was just photographed wearing the pointy black ones, and like everyone went crazy, like, oh my gosh. In fact, I kind of want some now. But yeah, this is my second pair of Rothy's that I've purchased. This is the spotted print. It's leopard, but they're called spotted. And yeah, here's what they look like. I think that these are so cute. They're so fall appropriate. I've been able to wear them with so many different things. Heck, I could wear them with what I'm wearing right now. Like, I feel like leopard is kind of a neutral in the fall, you know? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you can wear leopard with almost anything. I've worn them to work. I've worn them just out and about on the weekends after work. They're comfortable, they're dressy, but they're casual. They are so good. They're expensive though. So I do have a code that I will put in my description box that gets you $20 off if you want to purchase them. Now, if you use that code, you get $20 off, and then I get a $20 credit towards my next purchase. But it's not like an affiliate link. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. It just kind of, that's how it works. So use it if you want, use somebody else's code if you want, don't use it if you want, but definitely check these out. It is so cool that they're made out of recycled water bottles, and they're so comfortable, you guys. So that is my only non-makeup related product. So everything else is makeup. I'm gonna start with eyeshadow products first. I have two eyeshadow palettes and then one eyeshadow single that I want to tell you guys about. So this one, I don't remember if this was in my last favorites video or not. I don't think so, because it's kind of a newer product to me. So this is the Too Faced Gingerbread Spice eyeshadow palette. This is such a fun palette, you guys. I feel like I've been using it a ton also. Like, I feel like there's so many eyeshadow palettes that have been coming out lately. I mean, I say lately, but like the past 3 years, there's constantly a new eyeshadow palette coming out. So I feel like I'll use a new eyeshadow palette for like a week or two, and then I'll move on to the next one. But this one I keep going back to, and I don't know if it's because it's getting me in the holiday spirit, if it's really cute, or, I mean, the product itself is really good too. So I don't know what keeps me coming back to it, but here's what it looks like. This is a limited edition product that Too Faced released this year for the holidays. It's supposed to smell like gingerbread. I think it smells like Cabbage Patch Dolls. I don't know why, but I think it smells like Cabbage Patch Dolls. But I just love the color story that this palette gives. You can get a full eye look out of it. So you have Powdered Sugar, which is like a good all over lid color. I've been loving this color, Looky at My Cookie, which is kind of like a salmony beigey pink color. In my crease, you got this color Gingerbread Latte, which is a really good like kind of like deepening color for the outer V. In fact, this is the palette I'm wearing on my eyes today. I mixed it with this palette, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, but I incorporated almost all these colors. And then you got some really fun like deep colors too. So you got like a really pretty like maroon, you got a really pretty orange over here, you got some really pretty shimmers. Like I just feel like you can get so many different fun looks out of this, and the formula is really, really good. So I do have a tutorial on this palette that I will link down below for you. And then also this eye look I filmed as well using this palette, but I think that that video is going to go up after this one. Anyways, it's a really good palette. It's limited edition, it's adorable, and it's amazing. So definitely check that out. But the second palette I've been loving is an oldie, but a goodie. I rediscovered this when I was decluttering my eyeshadow palettes, and it's the Lorac Mega Pro 3 palette. This came out like 2 or 3 years ago, I think, but the colors are so good. So you have 2 rows of mattes and then 2 rows of shimmers. These palettes, I feel like most Lorac palettes, they're missing like intense shimmers. So even when you put a shimmer on your lid, you're not gonna get like a glittery, shimmery look. It's just more of like a dimensional eyeshadow, which, you know, take it or leave it. It depends on if you like that kind of look. But for the most part, they're all kind of like matte, satiny colors or shimmer, whatever. Anyways, the selection in this palette is really nice. You have mostly cool tones, but you also have some warm tones in this palette as well. So colors like Maple right here is like your typical warm brown. Bark is like a good neutral brown color. You have Eggplant, which is this beautiful deep purple color. You have all these really pretty crease colors over here. Today I used Tan and Toffee mixed together in my crease. Pecan is a really pretty like deepening color. It kind of has like a taupey beigeness to it. These two, you have a pink cream color. You have just a regular beige cream color. And then these are really pretty for all over your lid. Cava and Tuli, I think is how you say it. I've been using like crazy all over my lid. And the formula of Lorac shadows, you guys, they're like nothing I have ever tried before. Every single Lorac shadow I've ever used is just an amazing, amazing formula. I've had almost all the Lorac palettes that have come out, and the one I'm left with is this one because the other ones have gone bad, have been used out. I actually used an entire Lorac palette at one point, believe it or not. So I just think that they're so, I mean, look at that. That matte color, that's really pretty. Dusty Mauve is like a purpley, look at how pretty that is. These two are shimmers, that one is matte. Let me see, let me get another matte color in here. I really like this color, Pecan. Look at that. So pretty. So if you're somebody who likes kind of like the purpley, like cool tones with a splash of warm, I think you will really, really enjoy this palette. It is still available too. I was kind of worried to talk about it because I was afraid that you wouldn't be able to find it anywhere because it is an older palette, but I did find it on, I think it was QVC or something like that. So I'll link it down below for you if you guys want to check it out, but really good palette. The third eyeshadow product is an eyeshadow single. So this is the Hourglass Scattered Light glitter eyeshadow. I feel like they're more of a pressed pigment, not necessarily like what your typical eyeshadow is, because it does have this kind of like little thing that you put on it that kind of keeps it pressed down. But you guys, if you want a glittery eyeshadow, this is what you want. They are so incredibly beautiful. This one's in the color Aura. I don't know if I said that or not, but just wait for it. Look at how stinking beautiful it is. It's not gonna be your like glitter, like chunky glitter. It's just the flakes in this shadow that catch the light in some way and they make it so incredibly like metallic-y, pretty. It reminds me a lot of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Titanium shadows, where they're just this beautiful color. So I actually did bring this on my honeymoon with me and I wore it like on our dressing nights. But it is, oh my God, it's so pretty. I think I also used this in a tutorial recently as well. I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. I'm gonna link that tutorial down below for you too so you can see it in action. But it is so pretty. This is more of like the rosy pinky one, but they have a kind of like a more beige one called Reflect that I recently picked up but haven't used yet. They have a whole bunch of different colors. They all kind of look similar, so you know, maybe you only need to buy one or two, but this, oh, so pretty. I had to go on a hunt for this too because it was sold out. Like, I think it's actually still sold out on the Sephora website. I had to go on a hunt for it. I found out Blue Mercury. Have you guys heard of Blue Mercury before? That's another favorite this month. I found a store called Blue Mercury. I had never heard of it before, but it's kind of like a Sephora or an Ulta. There's only one in Charlotte, and I found it there, and they have everything because I think people don't know about it. And I just shared my secrets, so don't buy everything up. I mean, what's Blue Mercury? Just kidding, it's a great store. Okay, Hourglass has been knocking it out of the park this month because they have lots of good products. So the next thing I want to tell you guys about is this palette right here. So this is the Ambient Light Edit Volume 4 palette. Last month I talked to you guys about this one, which is the Ambient Lighting Unlocked palette. This one is really good too. I think I actually might like this one a little bit more than the Volume 4, but I bought the Volume 4 this past month and it is stunning, you guys. It is so good. I think both of these are equally as amazing. I think what I like most about this palette is you can get more of a complete look using this palette, meaning I can use this one to set my under eyes, I can use this one to set my whole face. The bronzer is a nice kind of cool tone, and then the blushes are kind of, you know, perfect. You got your berry and you got your peach. I do wish there was like a pinky blush in it, but such a good highlight, or such a good palette. The highlight, I like the highlight in this one better. The highlight's just a little like meh, kind of underwhelming. Like it's not really super highlighty. It's a nice subtle highlight. But this whole palette is so, so, so good. I brought this on my honeymoon with me also. I used it every single day in some form or fashion. I used the bronzer as an eyeshadow, like a crease color. I use the blushes as an eyeshadow. I use the highlight as an eyeshadow. I use this one. I mean, the yellow probably has the biggest dip in it. It's Dim Infusion, I believe, is what that one is. Diffused Light, sorry. Has probably the biggest usage because I've been using it to set my under eyes like a lot. Perfect for that. It doesn't look cakey. Like these palettes in general, Hourglass products in general, they're just, they have that ambient lighting like added to them, so they don't look cakey, they don't look powdery, they just look so perfect and glowy and just beautiful. So loving that. And then I do have another Hourglass product, their mascara. So this is their Caution mascara. I feel like people talked about this for a while and I was kind of like, I didn't believe it. Like mascara is mascara, right? And for a while there, I was just kind of in a rut using the same mascaras over and over and over again. Like the Benefit Roller Lash, it's great, but it's kind of like, you know when you use the same shampoo for so long and then you use a new one and you're like, whoa, like it kind of changes your hair a little bit? That's kind of what this did to me. So I picked this up. I actually bought this at the same time that I bought the eyeshadow. But yeah, this mascara is so good, you guys. I'm actually wearing it today and it is the only thing I'm wearing. I'm not wearing falsies and I'm wearing very little eyeliner, pencil eyeliner smudged on my upper lash line and my lower waterline. But other than that, it's just this mascara. I feel like it adds so much length to your lashes and the wand is skinny enough to where you can really get in there and like wiggle the wand around and it's not gonna smudge and get everywhere. Like, you know how some wands are really thick, kind of like the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I love that mascara, but the brush is so fat that it's kind of hard to really get like in the corner of your eye, the crease of your eye, or lower lash line because it's just such a big wand that it's really messy. This one is perfect and the formula is so good. Like it's not clumpy, it's black, it's like jet black, it's just so good. So very pricey, but I think it's worth the price. So definitely, you know, if you're looking for a new mascara, check it out. It's kind of pricey, but it's so, so, so good. On the topic of eye makeup, I also found a new eyeliner this month. So this was actually sent to me in PR by Lancome. It's their Liqua Pencil, Drama Liqua Pencil in the color Noir. Is that what it's called? Noir? Something like that? Noir Intense. It's their black one. So I'm actually not so much of a black eyeliner fan. I wear brown, like today I'm wearing brown. I just prefer brown eyeliner, but when I wanted a black eyeliner this month, this one has been so good. So when you first put it on, it's almost like a liquid and you can kind of smudge it. See how it smudges really easily? But then once it dries, it's dry, you guys. The only way you can get it off is with some sort of makeup remover, like an oil, or like an eye makeup remover or a cleansing water or something like that is the only way that this baby is coming off once it dries. Like, it is so intense and it is so black and you can smudge it and it's so just like that, you know, that jet black, like liquid looking eyeliner, but then once it dries, not moving at all. So definitely recommend checking these out. They have them in a bunch of different colors. I also have the white one that they sent to me, which is good for like waterline. They have a purple, they have a brown, they have a whole bunch of different colors. So I kind of want to check out the brown, but I know that I don't need it. But see how, look at that. Not moving. See how it smudged at first and now not moving. The only way I'm going to be able to get that off, and I'm like pushing hard. You hear how hard I'm pushing? It's not like I'm going light on it. And look, it's not on my finger. Not smudged at all. Isn't that crazy, you guys? It's not going anywhere. It's so good. Highly recommend you check it out. Oh my God, even with a makeup wipe. Okay, come on. Oh my God. I'm like rubbing my hand raw. It's a really, really good eyeliner. Okay, I have a couple more products to talk to you guys about. So I have two bronzers, and I'm going to talk about these together because I kind of feel like they go hand in hand. So this is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer and the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. So this is like an oldie but a goodie, like an OG, like I've always loved this bronzer. But I kind of like put it in my drawer, pushed it to the side, stopped using it for a while because I was so obsessed with other bronzers. Well, I pulled this back out recently and I kind of remember why I loved it so much to begin with. Like, it is just the best bronzer ever, especially for this time of year where you're kind of transitioning into like the winter and you don't want to look so bronzed. You want a little bit of color. It'll definitely only work for like fair to maybe medium skin tones, but it's just a really good neutral undertone and it's matte, so it just looks very natural. You can contour with it. It blends out beautifully. It's such a good powder. The regular Chocolate Soleil is what I'm wearing today, and I feel like this one is, I mean, this one's the original, and then they came out with the milk chocolate and the dark chocolate. But this is like the perfect universal bronzer that I feel like most skin tones can use. It is so good, you guys. Like, I mean, I'm wearing it today. I drug it down my neck. I made myself look nice and bronzy. I just wanted a good bronze today. I just kind of wanted like a glowy, bronzy look. I don't know. But for winter time, I feel like I'll probably use this one a little bit more. But this is such a good, like, it's not too orange. It's not too cool. It's matte, so it just looks really natural and pretty. And I don't feel like it looks muddy or cakey. It just kind of like blended out and makes everything look so much better. You can also use it like as a crease color for your eyes. I mean, you can do that with any bronzer, but if you want to like tie everything together, you could do that. It's just such a good bronzer, and they both smell like chocolate. So I kind of remember why I love these so much because I've been using them a lot. I brought this on my honeymoon with me too, so because I, you know, wanted to look glowy and tan and all that. So maybe that's why I'm in a glowy tan mood, because I'm like, ooh, honeymoon. Okay, next thing is a primer. So this is the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. This is their pore filling primer. I really like this. At first, I wasn't a big fan. I think it's because it's in a pot, and I really don't like sticking my fingers in things. I just feel like it's not sanitary. It gets stuck under my nails. I just don't like the fact that it's in a pot like this, but I can see why they couldn't put it in a tube. I feel like if it was in a tube, it would be too hard to squeeze, and it wouldn't make sense. Maybe like in a stick form it would work, but it's not quite solid enough for a stick. It definitely, I feel like it can only work in a jar. So whatever. But once I got over the fact that it was in a jar, I really like this product a lot, you guys. It's something that fills my pores but doesn't leave me kind of greasy feeling. Benefit Porefessional fills my pores, but it leaves my skin really greasy and really oily, and my makeup doesn't stick to it very well. I feel like my makeup just like slides off of it. Whereas this one, it fills in my pores, it kind of mattifies my skin and makeup layers beautifully on top of it. So I've really been liking this. I don't know if I like it more than the Touch in Sol No Problem. I think I might like that one a little bit more still, but this one has been really, really good and I've been loving it this month. Lastly, I want to talk to you guys about these Too Faced melted lipsticks. I've always been a fan of the melted lipsticks. I just feel like the formula is really, really good. It goes on kind of like a thin, liquidy, watery texture or consistency. It dries down matte. Some of them dry out your lips, but for the most part, they're not gonna like crustify your lips. Like they just are very wearable and you can definitely, you know, wear it all day. So the holiday ones I have been using up the wazoo this month. I don't have the red one in here, so these 3 mini ones came in a kit. I highly recommend that kit. It's only $25 and you get 4 lipsticks in it. And these are decent sized too. I'm not sure exactly how many ounces are in it, but you get a lot. And I mean, let's get real. How many people use an entire liquid lipstick? This is probably the only size you need. I've been using pumpkin pie like crazy. Pumpkin pie and sugar cookie. Now I didn't think I was gonna like sugar cookie because some nudes don't work well for me, but this one does, and it has like a little bit of a pinky undertone. I do wish there was a hint more pink to it, but it's okay. It works well. It smells really good. God, all Too Faced stuff smells really good. And then pumpkin pie is just kind of like your quintessential fall color. I was wearing this in a ton of videos. A ton of you guys asked me what I was wearing on my lips. It was that one right there. And then Hot Buttered Rum is just a really good kind of neutrally brown. I used this in my Halloween tutorial, but it also just is still very flattering on the lips, you know what I mean? So those 3 I've been using like crazy. And then these 2, this is Gingerbread Man and Gingerbread Girl. I've been using Gingerbread Girl. Yeah, I've been using Gingerbread Girl a little bit more just because it's newer and, you know, I want to use the new products. But Gingerbread Girl has like a dark, see how pretty it is. It would look so beautiful even what I'm wearing right now. Oh my god, and these ones smell delicious, like so good, like a frosted gingerbread cookie. So good. So Gingerbread Girl, and then Gingerbread Man has a little bit more like a terracotta undertone to it. So there's the 2 right there. Both of them are beautiful. I've been wearing them like crazy. You don't need a lip liner with them, but I did recently purchase a lip liner that I'm going to be wearing with them. It's the Bite Beauty, do I have it handy? Yes, right here. I haven't opened it yet, but it's the Bite Beauty pencil in number 76. It's kind of like a red orange, but like a deep red orange, which I think will work well with those 2. So yeah, those are the products that I've been loving this month. That was probably one of the longest favorites videos ever, but let me know what videos, well, I guess I would like to know that too. What videos have you guys been loving? But let me know what products you guys have been loving in the comment section down below so that I can check them out if I haven't already. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video because I sure enjoy filming them for you, and happy November. Happy almost Christmas. Let's all just let it sink in that Christmas is right around the corner. Gosh, I'm such a nerd. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head out, but thank you so much for watching and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.